So what is SEO? SEO is search engine optimization, and basically it's optimizing your website for the search engines. It allows the search engines, when they come to your site, to understand what your website's about, and as such rank it for the appropriate keywords. That's the whole point of SEO, because if the search engines know what your site's about, then they can rank well for them. It's going to require two components: on-page and off-page SEO. Off-page SEO is what the rest of this course is really about. It's about link building, link swapping, building link bait, and so on and so forth. On-page SEO is about tweaking your website, the code of your website, so that it is basically optimized for your keywords, which means you've got to know your keywords. If you don't know them, then you're going to struggle to get a decent website together and to make money from it. You've got to know which keywords that you need to target. And so if you've done this keyword research, you'll understand how to optimize your website better. The thing is, it's something simple like having your keyword in your domain name can make the difference between ranking on page 1 and page 10. As simple as that. And that's why so many people struggle to get the keyword in the domain name, and you see some weird and wonderful domain names appearing, but it's because people recognize the importance of having the keyword in the domain name. Once you know how to do this, it's going to become second nature to you. It's really easy. You may find initially that you find it a little bit confusing, but I don't think it's too difficult, and certainly something that anyone can do. Really it is. And you've got to do it on every single one of your websites, whether it's a small site or a major site. You've got to do it, because the more that you can do this, the higher you're going to rank. And it's worth building it into your process of building a website. So whether you outsource the website creation or do it yourself, I think it's very important that you make sure this is done on all your websites, because what it will do is it's going to help you to get to the top of the search engines for your keywords. If you don't optimize your website, then you're going to struggle. With the SEO optimization, even some of the little tips that I'm going to share with you can make the difference between you ranking first and sort of 100th. Honestly, it can. And that's why it's important you do every single one of these. And what this will do is it will keep generating traffic for you. Not just today, not just tomorrow, but for months and years to come. I have websites that I haven't touched, I haven't promoted, but when I built them, I optimized them correctly, I did a lot of on-page and off-page SEO, and now, one website I haven't touched for 2 years. It's still on page 1 of Google. It's still bringing me in a decent income. But that's the thing with SEO. Done properly, it will really make the difference to you. So, let's talk about on-page SEO. You've got to put your keywords in your meta tags. You have a meta description, a meta keywords tag. Make sure these contain your keywords. Don't stuff them too much. Your meta description, for example, needs a couple of mentions, 2 or 3 mentions of the keyword. Your meta tags need to be variations on your keywords. So it may be weight loss diet, weight loss program, natural weight loss, and so on and so forth. And include similar keywords in your meta description, but don't go overboard. Remember, people will see the meta description in Google, in the search engine, and wonder what it's about. And if you haven't written it well, or it looks unnatural, it's going to confuse people. Remember that people are humans, and they're going to want to see what your website's about. A lot of people make their decision on whether they're coming to your website by what's in your meta description. You'll also have a title tag. It's your page title. Make sure your keyword, or even keywords, is in that. Ideally, because it's not that long, you only need to include one of your keywords in it. Also, if you can, include your keyword as a header 1 tag. So this is big and bold. Put it on your website, display it proudly, It will help the search engines realize that your website's important for that keyword. And make sure you include variations of your keyword on your page. With this latent semantic indexing that they call it now, LSI, it's this fantastic new thing with the search engines. Google have pioneered it. Most of the other search engines will follow very soon. And basically what it is it doesn't just look at your keyword, it looks at the words around it. So if your site's about weight loss, it expects to find words like diet, exercise, fitness, and so on and so forth. And if they're not there, it's going to assume that your site isn't as relevant as it could be. So make sure you don't just write the same keyword again and again, appearing in every sentence. Make sure you vary it. So you may talk about weight loss programs, weight loss diets, natural weight loss recipes, and so on and so forth. All of these will help convince the search engines that your website is in fact relevant for those keywords. And make sure your keyword density isn't too high. If it's more than about 5%, some of the search engines may assume that you're spamming them. So, as I said, I tend to just write naturally. Personally, I write as if I'm writing for a human to read it, not a computer, and that works well for me. I mention the keywords when it's natural, I mention variations of the keywords, and I don't try and stuff the keywords in. I mean, I've seen people who have written articles where, literally every sentence has the keyword in it, and it reads so badly to a human, and to a search engine it just says, spam, avoid me, so try not to do that. And also, on your website, don't have too many outbound links. Link to other websites by all means, but don't have hundreds of links out from your main page, because that won't be so good for you, and it will bleed traffic away. So just have a few links on there. Ideally link to other pages within your site. If you have to link externally, then do so. Just don't have hundreds of them. And if you're building an authority site or an AdSense site, try to build each page around a single keyword. Now obviously with a sales letter you can't do this, but try to build it around a single keyword. It's easier for you to optimize it. Now let's talk about off-page SEO. Off-page SEO means get incoming links from relevant pages. So this means exchange links with people who have sites in the same niche as you. So if you're in weight loss, you want sites that are related to weight loss to exchange links with you. You don't want to have links from sites that are, say, a financial site or a game site or something like that, unless it is related to weight loss. Irrelevant links basically will cause you to be penalised by the search engines. To some degree, there's a bit of a debate as to how much of a penalty they'll give you, but they certainly will penalise you somewhat. Now, you also want to avoid what's known as link farms. Link farms are like free-for-alls and other similar sites that basically there's hundreds and thousands of links on a single page. You don't want that at all, because those have a real bad reputation. They're basically considered by the search engines to be a bad neighbourhood on the internet, and a lot of link farms honestly won't do you any good, because you get links from sites that aren't relevant. So the way it works is links from related sites carry much more weight in the search engines than links from sites that aren't related to your website. So we've talked about social networking, social bookmarking, and so on. Those are good links to have, because they're sites that the search engines consider to be authoritative. But a link from Joe Blogg's link farm isn't going to do you much good. So you want to try and avoid those. And as I said, it's not really known how the search engines deal with this, but it is known that Google considers link farms to be bad neighbourhoods, and as such they do penalise to a degree. Exactly how much we don't know, but they do penalise to a degree sites that are on the link farms. Now, what you really want to do